bugiardo, bugiardo, con questa faccia da bugiardo. Era tutto uno scherzo, sono un bugiardo. La tua ragazza ha capito.
3 calibers to consider if you're a new gun owner or plan on being one in very hard times. Several different options out there as far as calibers go and styles go for guns. I'm going to give you my advice on 3 calibers that you should consider if you're on a extreme budget. If you're planning on getting a gun around times when things are getting tougher, to help you understand why these calibers are some of the best options out there, if not the best. So, let's take a look at them. Have a couple here. We have the 22 long rifle, the 22 Magnum, and the 9mm. Now these calibers, anybody could use them. They're mild recoil, although if you're a little bit afraid of recoil, I might stay away from the 9mm at first. If you only have one gun, check out one of the 22s. 22s are not the best caliber for self-defense, but it sure as hell beats nothing. If times are tough and you've only got $3 or $4, you can look at getting yourself a box of 22 ammo, which 50 rounds of 22 ammo is better than nothing at all. There's several different guns out there depending on what you want, what you're looking for. If you need something small when times get tough, the Taurus PT-22 or the Beretta Bobcat make excellent mouse guns in the 22 caliber. They're good for what they are. $200 to $300, so not a bad little deal. I would advise that if you're going to go for a rimfire like a 22 Magnum or a 22 long rifle, stick with a revolver. But if revolvers aren't your thing, if you're willing to bet your life on a 22 semi-automatic, then like I said, the Taurus or the Beretta. If you have more money, you can get yourself a Ruger Mark III or one of the Smith & Wessons in the full size, which I would advise more so. You get a better sight picture. If times are tough, you're probably not going to conceal too much. But if that's what you're thinking you're going to do, then by all means. Here we have, for instance, the Federal. This is just standard pressure. These boxes, if you can find them, can be had for about $1. The Winchester Super X, which is a very good plinking, high velocity round. My experience is pretty decent in reliability. Can be found for right around $2 to $3. This box of Winchester, 555 rounds at Walmart. These are hollow points, but if you only got a little bit of money and need to stock up on some ammo, these 36 grain hollow points can be had for $18 a box to $20 a box, depending on where you're going. But like I said, Walmart offers them at a very reasonable price. And sometimes at certain Walmarts they don't have the Winchesters, they have the Federals in the 550. 22 Magnums. The only two I would really recommend as far as brands go for self-defense: Winchester Super X and the CCI Maxi Mags. The Winchester Super X, I think they do make a full metal jacket, I'm not sure. The only ones I could find were the hollow points. All indications from my experiences and from what I've seen is that the Winchester Super X line of rimfire is actually decent. It's not as good as CCI. You don't pay as much for these, but they are pretty reliable. The CCIs being my preferred choice, and in these small calibers, you really want something like a full metal jacket. Penetration for the 22 Magnum is actually very good. It's excellent. It does beat 32s for penetration, and it beats the 25 and the 22 long rifle. Says something there. And if you're able to spend a little bit more money, you have the 9mm, which is a stronger round. It's a center fire. It's more reliable. PMCs are relatively cheap. Find them anywhere from $11 to $14 a box, depending on where you go. I happen to get mine for $12 a box, $11.99 at my local gun shop. And they do make the 115 and the 124 grain. I would recommend the heavier round. And a good self-defense load is the Remington Gold Sabers. But in a SHTF situation, FMJs might be better because people aren't going to be too shy about, wearing armor and all that other good stuff. And but this is a very good round, and they do make it up to 147 grain. But I do recommend the Plus P loads. When I've seen they produce the most energy, the most power. Now, strength-wise, out of a mouse gun, you're looking at no more than 80 foot-pounds or so of energy being produced from a 22 long rifle. Velocities of around 900 to 1,000 feet per second. The 22 Magnums, you're looking at about 1,200 feet per second in the short barrels. Looking at about 130 to 150 foot-pounds of energy, depending on how long the barrel is and all that. In this 2-inch barrel, I'm looking at about 135 foot-pounds of energy to 140. You can get the full ballistics out of an 18-inch barrel would be 315 to 330 foot-pounds. Believe it or not, 22 Magnum can offer that in the rifles. 9mm out of a pistol, such as the full-size variety, which I would highly recommend in those sort of times. This would probably be the best route to go. The Ruger P95 is a very affordable gun. But if you really have no money, I would say even a high point is better than nothing. And out of a 4-inch barrel or so, you're looking at about 350 foot-pounds, give or take some. So it's not too bad. It could definitely put somebody on their ass. And so there you go. 3 calibers that I would highly recommend. Again, you got the 22 long rifle. Prices varying from $1 to $3, $4 a box. Where if you want to get the bulk pack for about $20. Producing energies of about 80 foot-pounds out of a 2-inch barrel. Out of a 4-inch barrel, you could just about double that. About 100 and... Well, I don't want to say double it, but you're probably going to get about 100 foot-pounds of energy out of those. Out of a short distance, too, mind you. The 22 Magnums out of the handguns, you're looking at about 140 foot-pounds. Ammo can range from the cheap stuff for about $8 a box to the expensive stuff for about $16 a box. Again, you don't need the most expensive because the FMJs are the best route to go and they're a little bit cheaper. So you're looking at about $12 a box. And the 9mm, anywhere from the cheapest being around $10 a box to the most expensive I've ever seen is about $18 a box for the high quality self-defense loads, producing energy of about 350 foot-pounds out of a pistol. So there you have it. Just a little something I want to throw together there for people that are considering guns, and they're coming on hard times. Alright, thanks for watching. Piedmont 89 out. Peace.